Alright, YouFood Challenge. We've had 2 entries in the YouFood Challenge, and the first one is Bren's Pickled Sausages by Brenda Rigdon, and the second one is a pie floater, an Australian pie floater by Patrick of Paddy Joe's Cooking. Alright, we'll tackle Brenda's recipe first, which I've turned into a blog. And the blog, you will see, it's on my blog. The link's in the description below the video. The second entry, of course, Patrick's entry, came in the form of a video. So we're just going to play that now.
G'day folks, it's Patrick here. Well, today I'm going to make something that's absolutely going to make your mouth water. It's an Aussie classic, it's an icon. It's a fantastic combination of, well, several different flavours. The first of them being a magnificent traditional Australian meat pie, full of meaty goodness. Now, I'm copying a recipe from my good friend Shane's Home Cooking. And his name's Shane, by the way. You've got to go and check out his channel, folks. I'm going to leave links everywhere to it. Everywhere, I'm telling you. Because it's a fantastic channel. The man cooks everything. And he does it with such style. I love it. Shane's Cooking. Home Cooking, I should say. Go and check it out. You've got no reason not to. You're going to love every minute of it. And I'm stealing his Aussie meat pie recipe. I love it. I've tried it. It's delicious. Now, that's not the only thing. I'm going to add another ingredient to this Aussie meat pie, and it's some pea soup. Not that sort of pea soup. I'm talking about peas out of a pod. They're frozen peas, and it's a traditional dish in Australia called a pie floater. And it's a Australian meat pie floating in a bed of delicious pea soup. Some people have pea and ham soup, that's alright, but I'm not doing that, I'm doing it the traditional way. They tell me it's originated in South Australia, which is not where I'm from, but that's alright. We're all Australian, aren't we? So I'm going to make this Aussie pie floater. Let's get on with it. Righto folks, here's the ingredients for the Aussie meat pie. We've got some puff pastry sheets right here. We've got a finely diced brown onion. We've got 500 grams of minced meat. I'm using wallaby mince, but you can use beef. We've got 3/4 of a cup of tomato sauce. We've got an egg there. 3/4 of a cup of beef stock. Salt and pepper to your taste. And a couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Good old Worcestershire sauce. And some corn flour to thicken it all up with. Probably about a teaspoon of that. So let's get cooking. Okay folks, now we're just going to chuck all those onions in the pan there and brown them off. I chucked a bit of oil in there beforehand that you probably didn't see. Next is your meat. As I said before, I'm using wallaby meat, but you can use any sort of ground beef that you want. To keep it traditional, it should be beef. Whack in the old Worcestershire sauce, that's right, I can say it properly. And then we go in with the beef stock. Sensational, this recipe of Shane's. You've got to check out Shane's channel. Absolutely fantastic. And then in goes the dead horse, or as we say in Australia, the tomato sauce. Then we have just a bit of corn flour to help thicken things up a bit. And my secret ingredient, of course, is how could I go past some Vegemite, eh? Just got to chuck a bit of that in there. It is an Aussie meat pie. And this meat pie floater. Once again, salt and pepper to your taste, folks. Taste it for seasoning, and then when it looks like this, it'll probably take 10 or 15 minutes. You're good to go. Righto, folks, for our pea soup, we've got 500 grams of frozen peas. We've got a medium-sized onion and a medium-sized potato. We've got 150 grams of plain yogurt. You could use cream or sour cream if you want. And we got about 3 cups of chicken stock. This couldn't be any easier, this pea soup, folks. Even I can make it. So I just basically roughly chop the potato and onion in the pan with then chuck in the peas. I'm going to put the chicken stock in dry at this stage and just 1 cup of water. Now that all cooks up together until the potatoes are nice and soft. Then I blend everything together and allow it to cool about 10 or 15 minutes, and it should look like a really thick, gluggy pea soup. And then I add the remaining 2 cups of water and the yogurt, and I blend it all together until smooth. And then just taste it, salt and pepper to your taste, and it's all done. There we go. There's some nice looking pea soup, folks, and I'm telling you, it tastes very nice. Now, moving right along to the assembly of the Aussie Meat Pie. We're going to get some egg wash happening there. That'll come in handy in a minute or so. And now I'm using little pie tins, folks. I'll get 4 or 5 little pies out of this. And then you watch as I cut out a circle a little bit bigger than the pie tin itself, and then I've got another circle there that's the size of the top of it. That'll go on top of the pie, and we just carefully fold in this puff pastry until it's nice and neat and tidy. Don't forget to spray the bottom of the pie tin too, folks, otherwise the pastry will stick. Righto, so now for the pie filling. I'm going to chuck some on in there. Now look, you can put as much or as little as you want. I tend to fill it all the way up. I like a lot of meat in my meat pies. It's really up to you. Mash it all down a bit there, and then we're going to chuck the lid on it and give it some egg wash, make it look pretty, put a couple of holes in the top, and then we're going to chuck it in the oven, probably at 180°C for 20 or 30 minutes approximately. Just keep an eye on them. When they're nice and golden brown, they're generally done. Okay folks, it's time to try some of this pie floater. There we are. That's really, really nice. It might not be for everyone, I don't know. But if you like pea soup, if you like Aussie meat pies, if you like the idea of both of them together, you're going to love this. And of course, you have to have it with some tomato sauce. I love this, folks. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you watched it all the way through, and if you've subscribed, that's even better. So until next time, folks, take it easy, and I'll see you later.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I certainly did. And if you did enjoy it, please consider buying me a coffee. There's a link in the description below. Also, because there's only 2 entrants in the YouFood Challenge, what I've decided to do is give them both a prize, but what I'll do is I'll contact them separately and then ask them what they would like, and then we'll announce it in the next video. I've also been asked to dedicate a video to James King, and I'm happy to do that. So James, thank you. Hey friends, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications for all my future videos. It would be great to hear from you in the comments, and I'll try to get back to as many of you as possible. You may wish to check out these titles or even help me out with a donation using the links in the description below the video. Thanks for watching.